Hey yo, what's up YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. So a couple of months ago, we embarked on the project of fixing this car. This car came with a side swipe accident that affected the passenger front and rear door, including the fender and the headlights. Now today, I'm about to show you guys the final outcome of the car. And believe me when I say it looks fantastic. Now let's take a look at this beauty. This is a 445 horsepower twin turbo V8 with 480 pound-feet of torque that goes from 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds. Think about that for a second. 10 years ago, this car would have easily set you back over $70,000 off the dealership floor, but today you can buy the entire car for what the original owner probably paid just in sales tax and depreciation alone. And yes, depreciation hurts this car. I just finished working on this car, and today we're going to talk about why this old BMW is low-key one of the best performance bargain on the market today. Okay, now let's step inside the car and take a look at the interior of the car. Now look, compared to the modern spaceship BMW is making today with massive curved screen, this F10 interior might look like a bit analog to some, but honestly, I prefer it. The build quality here is top tier. Everything feels heavy, solid, and expensive. Unlike the newer cars that flooded with cheap gloss black, plastic, touch-sensitive sliders, you get actual buttons for your climate control here, physical dials, and a classic dashboard that is aggressively wrapped around the driver. For me, this is a clean, functional look. Even after 10 years, everything here still working exactly like it should. The leather hasn't given out as well. The buttons haven't peeled off. That shows the quality that they used to build this. And the cabin insulation still shuts out the rest of the world. But just because it's a classic layout doesn't mean you have to live in the past. The biggest drawback to this 2016 model is usually the navigation system. But because the platform is so well supported, you can easily retrofit wireless CarPlay and Android Auto right into the factory screen. You keep the timeless analog aesthetics, but you get the modern 2026 connectivity at your fingertips. Just something you should know. All right, so now let's open the hood so we can talk about the elephant under the hood. The big 4.4-liter twin turbo V8 that pushes around 445 horsepower with 480 pound-feet of torque. This engine gets from 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds. That's amazing numbers. So these early N63 engines had a reputation for being temperamental, to say the least. It had issues like oil consumptions, valve stem seal issues, cooling line issues. However, by 2016, BMW had introduced a technical update. They call it the N63TU, which is this engine right here, which fixed tons of those early nightmares. So I had just finished doing some work on this one. We replaced the spark plugs. We did oil change. As you can see, guys, it's a tight engine bay. If you're a willing DIY and you stay on top of your maintenance, you can save thousands of dollars doing this labor yourself. It's not impossible. It just requires tons of patience to do this work. All right, so now let's take this car for a spin and see how a $40,000 worth of depreciation actually feels on top of the blacktop. All right, so we're on the road now. This car is insanely responsive. The moment you step your foot on the gas, you realize why people fall in love with the German V8 engines. The power delivery from this twin-turbo engine is absolutely effortless. It doesn't scream at you like a high-strung 4-cylinder engine. Shout out to my Civic fans. It just gives you this massive wave of low-end torque that pushes you back on your seat and doesn't let you up. It's insanely fast. So what makes the 550 so impressive for me though is the split personality that it has. When you have it in comfort mode on the highway, it's a silent, smooth road trip machine. The suspension eats up the bumps, the cabin is very quiet. But the seconds you flip this car into sport mode or sport plus mode, the heavy steering wakes up, the throttle response sharpens. This massive executive sedan completely shrinks around you. It turns from being a normal car to a powerful machine. Now I truly understand why people continue to buy these cars despite the fear factor that comes with owning this engine. The driving experience is amazing. Now, if you're shopping for a mid-sized luxury sports sedan from this era, you're probably also looking at Audi S6 or Mercedes E-Class. But here is why BMW 550i takes the crown for me. First, let's talk about Mercedes. In 2016, if you wanted a V8 E-Class, your only option was a full-blown AMG E63. Those are incredible, don't get me wrong, but even today on the used market, a clean E63 AMG is still holding a premium, often sitting well over $30,000, $35,000. It's a different price bracket. If you drop down to 2016 E400, you're losing the V8 entirely for a twin-turbo V6, which is not the same thing. Now that leaves the Audi X6, the 550i truest rival. The X6 packed with the phenomenal 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, a lightning-fast dual-clutch transmission. It's an amazing machine. But if you check the market value right now, a used 2016 Audi X6 will easily cost you anywhere from $20,000 to $25,000, maybe close to $30,000. And that brings us right back to this BMW 550i. You can regularly find these F10 550i models out there for $14,000, close to about $18,000, $19,000, depending on the mileage. You are almost getting the exact same horsepower, 445 horsepower versus Audi's 450 horsepower monstrous twin-turbo V8 engine, and a ride that feels a bit more engaging and dynamic than Audi's all-wheel drive system setup. I'm not a big fan of that. When you match the pedal on the highway in this BMW, it does not feel like a discount experience at all. It feels like a $70,000 car for the sheer amount of power, comfort, and a badge presence you get per dollar. Neither the Audi nor the Mercedes can touch the value proposition of the 5 Series right now. So here's my final thought, guys. Is this a risk? Yes, it is a risk. Any German V8 car is a gamble. However, if you can find one that's been properly maintained, or you have the tool to fix it yourself, then you're getting 90% of the luxury and the end performance at the fraction of the price. So this is where I'm gonna call it a day. Hit me up on the comment section, let me know what you guys think. So this car is actually going to be for sale. I will leave the link in the description if you're interested. 75,000 miles, serviced by me, properly maintained by me. So you're sure you'll be getting a car that is really, really good. All right, with that being said, please like and subscribe. As always, I'll catch you guys at the next one. Peace.